Good morning, everybody. Yes, today is a Thursday, um, and I woke up actually excited and thinking back about what I have been following. I am a student of this money game, and I am actually excited that I decided to follow and look into these things because what is actually happening is actually shocking, and uh, because a lot of us and a lot of people are not interested in digging deep and educating themselves in what is happening, and then we are always caught unaware. Now, what is happening right now um, is actually a huge distraction and confusion in the markets. Actually, we are in a recession and everything is going down and everything is crashing. But interestingly, I've been looking back also according to the history, and we this thing has been happening all the time, and the signs are always there. Right now, this coronavirus thing is actually um, causing a lot of interesting things happening because people are not going to in the Western countries. Some people are not actually allowed to go to work, and then there is something that is going to happen here that actually I've been thinking about this morning. That if a lot of people are not going to be able to go to work because of the quarantine, because of isolation, and because of what is happening right now, what are the effects? What impact is this going to have? Because um, most of the people that are going to work owns the banks, mortgages, cars, the loans are supposed to be paid, installments are supposed to be paid, and everything else. And if these people are not going to be able to go to work, that means this month or next month or whatever, until the time, the period of this isolation is, people are not going to be able to pay back into the bank what they owe. And what is interesting is the bank survives on those things, on the installments that the people should pay. So if big companies are not going to be able to pay their money back, not only individuals, mortgages and that means companies that also borrows money from the banks to buy their businesses, to do whatever they have been doing, they are not able to pay back to the banks the money that they owe. And this is a cycle that is going to distract. It goes back to 2008, 2009 when bailouts were being done. And the interesting part is if the companies are not going to be able to pay back the banks the money that they owe, if the individuals are not going to be able to pay their loans and their mortgages and everything back to the banks are going to go bankrupt. And this is where becomes very interesting in capitalism, where I've been looking in the morning right now that the American president is promising $500 billion to bail out Boeing, to bail out all these other companies, and the banks are going to be bailed out. And where is all this money coming from? It just comes from printing. They just print more money. And when they're printing more money, behind the doors, the value of the money is going down. That's all what is happening right now. And the only safe haven at the moment, because the stocks are going crazily down, the companies are crashing, companies are going to go out of businesses, banks are going to go out of businesses, people are going to not gonna get able to get money to pay back their loans. So it's just a cycle, and the Federal Reserve has got to print 500 billion, like what Trump has already promised today, to bail out all these other companies, and then inflation goes up. And there's only one thing that I'm thinking about right now, that from 2008, actually from 1929, from the 1900 years ago, there were two items that never got affected in inflation: silver and gold. Now there is another third item that has been put there as cryptocurrencies or Bitcoin. Now these three things are the only safe haven at the moment. And if you can look back in 2008, 2009, the graphs for silver and gold, they actually went down a little bit when everything was going down, because the value of stocks were going down, the SP 500 was going down. Actually, gold and silver went down a little bit, but they rose to extremely new heights, and the stocks were never able to rise to the level where they were when they crashed. Now, I know that at the moment, as we are speaking, the price of silver is a little bit down, the price of gold is a little bit down, Bitcoin, the price is very much down. You know, but that's to be expected. People who follows the history, who connect the dots, they already saw that these things is going to happen. But the price, the increase in price that these commodities are going to have is going to shock the whole world. So I can promise you guys, if you are the students of this money game, the student of capitalism, what has always been happening, you look back from 1900 until today, don't believe what I say, but you can check it for yourself. Silver, gold, and Bitcoin is the safe haven. You can hedge your money. You can hedge your money. If you are interested in all of these things and you don't know how to do it, I have been following these things for some time. Please, you can contact me, then we can talk. Thank you very much. Have a lovely Thursday. I'm out.